Hi, I'm Mark Bittman, and welcome to this very special episode of Cooking in Your True to Food Kitchen with Signature Kitchen Suite. I have two special guests today. We're going to be cooking a vegetarian pho, Vietnamese soup, and we're going to be doing that with Anne-Marie Claassen in Newport Beach, California. Anne-Marie, hi.
Hi, Mark. Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, really great looking kitchen you have there.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm an interior designer, so the looks aspect is very important to me. But it's been really fun having a signature kitchen suite set of appliances, especially this 48-inch range. I've been cooking a lot over the past several months. I have 2 kids, and I don't think I ever cooked so many meals in my life as I have.
You're not alone.
Frequently, and it's been fun trying everything out. But one thing I'm excited to learn is how the induction works, because I'm just not that familiar with it, and it sounds like we'll be using that in today's recipe. So thank you.
Well, we will be, and to help us with that, we have the executive chef of the Signature Kitchen Suite Experience and Design Center, Napa Valley, Nick Ritchie. Hi, Nick.
Mark, hello, how are you? Thanks for the introduction.
Good to see you.
Good morning. I'm just thrilled to be back inside the facility here and in front of my favorite range in the world, the same one Anna-Marie has. It's our 48-inch Pro range. Anna-Marie, thank you so much for allowing us to make you our guinea pig here. Having a professional chef on one line and a professional cookbook author on the other could be a little daunting, so thank you so much. I really look forward to getting you immersed in induction and showing you a little more about your Signature Kitchen Suite appliance.
Thanks. I'm so excited. I mean, this is a dream come true, so thank you.
Anne-Marie, why don't you tell us why we're doing this recipe? We gave you pretty much free reign to pick whatever you'd like, and you settled on this. Will you talk about that a little bit? And then Nick can tell us why this stove is such a great one for cooking this pho.
Sure. Well, yes. I have 2 kids, 9 and 11, and the 9-year-old has become vegetarian, which is something I totally support. I wish I could do it too. I kind of love meat, but it's great to cut down on our meat consumption no matter what. My issue is finding recipes that everyone in the family likes, so I'm not making, 3 or 4 different meals every meal. Pho is something that the rest of the family has always loved. And so having something like that's vegetarian and that I think we'll all like will be a great solution. And it seems like it's not going to be too difficult. We'll see as we're going through this. So that's another aspect.
I would say, there was an old cookbook author who said that the best piece of advice he could give to a beginning cook was, when you walk into a kitchen, set a pot of water to boil, because I don't know what you'll use it for, but you're going to use it for something. So we do know what Anna-Marie's going to be using it for, but I would say the first thing to do is get that water boiling, Anna-Marie.
I think I can boost it up.
Yeah, so here's my first opportunity to inject and highlight an amazing modality of our induction. It's available on both the temperature zones, and we call it boost. And what it does is it boosts. It gives an boost of power, which results in a boost of heat. And I have never seen water boil as fast as it does here on boost.
All right.
Really cool. One of the most frustrating things about cooking is waiting for water to boil. So anything that makes that happen faster is great. Nick, have you timed water boiling on an induction burner?
I have in a, we have a couple different induction surfaces. The one here on the 48 with a 4-quart, if you use the right pot, the right amount of water, you'll get to a boil in less than 3 minutes on the 48.
Incredible.
Yeah. Now, our new cooktop, the boost on the induction cooktop it gets you there, I believe, in 1 minute and 8 seconds on a quart or a quart and a half.
That's pretty impressive, though.
Less than 3 minutes for a 4-quart. I've timed it here during our interactive classes.
So
Anne Marie, you doing okay over there?
the water is zipping away. I can hear it. And then
Well, we're going to start some more, I think, actually. We've got some vegetables, carrots, onions, etc. Have you prepped those, or are you going to prep them now?
I prepped all of them. I did have a couple questions about the mushrooms. And also the carrots. It seemed like we were straining this so they don't need to be peeled. Is that right?
Well, that's up to you if you don't want. I mean, we're making stock with those, so
Okay.
we're going to combine those carrots, your onion, some ginger. You've got all of this stuff, yeah? Okay, so you're going to combine all of that in another pot with 6 cups of water. Can you do that?
Yes.
And we're doing this over gas, I guess, yeah?
Yes. All right. Is that right, Nick?
Is that right, Nick?
Yeah, I would use one of your front burners, the really hot, strong gas burners. And once you get everything in the pot, turn it up on high, and you will see that thing boil pretty quickly, and then you can adjust it down to a simmer.
Let's start that stock first. So take those stems, whatever you've got, with the carrots and onion, the 6 cups of water, the bay leaf, the 5-spice powder, the soy sauce. Let's put all of that together.
Okay. Okay, so we're bringing this one to a boil.
Yeah, you can sort of partially cover that. Leave a little space in there. We don't want it to boil over.
Okay.
And that's just going. And now I think, let's see, your shiitakes should be soft. Your soaked shiitakes should be soft.
Yeah, and they have grown. I'm glad you told me
Good.
the bowl.
Great.
I'm excited about the pho. We eat pho all the time, and we've traveled to Vietnam and just love the flavors of Vietnam. So it'll be great to have something like this in the regular routine.
You haven't made it yourself before.
No, it has been kind of intimidating. It seems like something that, was passed down from family to family and needs 17 hours to cook.
Well, if you make it with
so
you make it with beef broth, it does take a little bit longer, but I don't think you'll be intimidated after this.
Great.
So you're gonna saute those mushrooms, the mixture of the shiitake and the dried shiitake and your fresh mushrooms. You're gonna saute that in that skillet. Nick can walk you through the best way to do that, I think.
Okay. And it just called for vegetable oil. I've been using avocado oil lately.
Avocado oil is a kind of a new one that is around everywhere, but I stand by it as a high heat vegetable oil. I like it, and it doesn't impart any odd flavor on the food. Some of these new healthy oils have their own flavor that they impart on the food, but the avocado is nice and neutral. So you can go ahead and get that front one on boost as well to get that big skillet nice and hot fast. The way I do it is I like to put a little oil in the pan, and when I see it start to shimmer and wisp a little tiny bit of smoke, then I know that it's ready to go.
Okay. Looks beautiful. Okay, I can tell this oil is hot and ready to go. Should I leave it on boost or now?
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Put the mushrooms in and see what happens, and probably leave it on boost for, the first 60 seconds or so to keep that nice initial sizzle. So you're in an amazingly beautiful home kitchen. It's much nicer than mine at my Napa Valley home. And I'm actually working on a little kitchen remodel. So why don't we take some opportunity while these mushrooms cook and we can talk design. You're the professional designer.
All
You
right.
want to give us a quick little rundown on kitchen design philosophy and how Signature Kitchen Suite fits so well into that?
Sure. Well, I tend to design a little bit on the more modern side, but I am very client focused. So I design so many different styles, from transitional all the way to really contemporary. One thing I just loved about the Signature Kitchen Suite range, which is always the appliance, you're never going to put paneling on it. You know, it is very visible in the kitchen. And it's just beautiful, and it can work in any number of styles. So that's really great for me. For my clients who are cooking a lot, I can highly recommend that, you know, it will have everything that any of them need. One thing that I'm doing a lot, and so Nick, when you're redoing your kitchen, you may want to consider, and it really does seem like it's not just a trend, but kind of a classic thing that we're going to see for years to come, and I did in this kitchen, is we're getting rid of a lot of upper cabinetry and keeping walls really open. We don't have any upper cabinetry in this kitchen, and I love it. I mean, everything can go really well into drawers now. I love having mostly drawers because you can use even the back of it, whereas sometimes with cabinets, you're having to rummage through everything to get the things that are hiding in the back. So kitchens are getting a lot more clean. And then I just almost always, and I can kind of show it this way, I opened up this space, and so the hood and the range are really the place that we're looking. Everything, and I'm doing that a lot in kitchens, so we're seeing that all the time. We're just keeping a really clean wall, but having fun tile or something, or the hood design is really spectacular, and highlighting the range. That's become kind of the focal point of kitchens now. So I think this fits in really well. It's been really nice to use.
How are those mushrooms?
They are looking nice, and they're kind of, they look tender. I guess that's the word. Trying to think of
Well,
the
you
right.
want them to go beyond tender. They should give up their liquid and start to become a little crisp, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
Those mushrooms are starting to look really good, huh? They're shrinking down. The water's coming out of them.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about keeping that pan on boost? Is it controllable and staying hot, but not too hot?
Yeah, and I for some reason I thought that maybe it would get too hot for something like this, because mushrooms do seem kind of delicate, but
you know, there is,
it's great.
and I think Mark will second this, there is a lot of water in 2 pounds of mushrooms. To be able to put 2 pounds of mushrooms in one saute pan and successfully cook it also says a lot about the power of boost and induction, because mushrooms are not easy to cook properly and get the water out and to get brown. So it looks like boost is helping you do a really good job.
Yeah, yeah. And I think so now a lot of the oil and the water is starting to cook off. So I think they're gonna start crisping up here soon. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you do that, and you can start the noodles, actually, while that's happening.
And this
What'd
is,
you get for noodles, Anna Marie?
yeah. So what I found were the pad thai noodles, and hopefully that's okay. They're rice.
Well, rice noodles are good. Put them in there, but it's going to be less than 5 minutes, and then we're going to drain them and keep them, hold them in cold water afterwards. But
Okay.
you won't have any trouble getting those done.
Okay.
So Anna Marie, while you're stirring mushrooms real quick, did you know that, and I'm sure you do because you look like you're a very pro home cook already. Did you know that induction has a nifty little button down here called flexible, and that flexes both of these, and that allows you to do something like put a grill pan or a griddle pan, and you can run it off one temperature. So the next time you want to make pancakes or French toast or do a grilled vegetable platter on a rainy day, you can do that from your flex setting.
That's really cool. I often do use a grill pan, and in my previous, before Signature Kitchen Suite life, it was always kind of an issue because you'd sear something and right at the spot of the burner, it would be so hot, and then there's a in-between piece that just doesn't get that hot, and so
hot spots and cold spots.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really hard to control with gas burners because you're competing with 2 burners. But with the flex setting, there's no competition. They act as one big burner. It's amazing. Oh, those are looking better now. They're flopping around like cooked noodles.
I don't know if you have a better view or your eyes are just better than mine.
I think they're good.
Okay. So drain those, put them in the bowl with the cold water, and just mix them up a little bit so the water gets distributed evenly.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear that little beep?
Yes, what does that mean? Oh, it
That
turned
is
it off.
that's the range telling you that it's super smart, and it knew that you left the burner on, but you took the pot away.
I see.
So the induction burner could not tell it had anything on it, so it shut itself off, so it didn't burn your beautiful kitchen down.
Oh, good. I'm glad it does that.
Well, it wouldn't do. Okay, so you're going to combine the cooked stock with the mushroom soaking liquid.
Okay.
You can use that mushroom soaking liquid bowl
Okay.
if you can get the kelp and and any solids out of there. This is your broth, basically. So we have a vegetable broth of shiitake stems and carrots and onions and spices. And we're combining that with the liquid that we soak the kelp and the shiitakes in, which is sort of very much like a vegetarian dashi, a Japanese dashi. So let's get our condiments ready. We should have some lime and some watercress. I know you don't have watercress, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And your chili, we want to chop a little chili.
I can tell this is going to be so pretty, though, on the soup.
We're going to use that and the lime juice and the watercress or whatever green you got there. And some scallions. We're going to chop some scallions. And that's all going to be a garnish, basically.
Okay.
The formation you're in right now, it highlights another feature that I love about the induction, is that the induction surface, when you use it, unlike gas and cast iron, it doesn't get hot. You can put your hand on the induction surface minutes after you are using it. So as you're doing now, it becomes an extra table, an extra plate up area, an extra little shelf. You can use it as a workspace. And I like to just keep a lot of times my hot food on the back burners, and I'll plate everything up right on the front of the induction and use it like a little table.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so let's make you a bowl of pho. Why don't you start with some mushrooms and some noodles, about a quarter of each, because this is 4 servings, what we've got here.
Mm-hmm. These mushrooms look so good.
Yeah, I can tell.
Noodles. Okay.
This is a noodle dish, so don't skimp.
It's beautiful.
Why don't we put your condiments in there and finish with the broth? So some of your radish sprouts, your spinach leaves, your scallion.
Spinach, scallion.
Some chili if you want.
I really want the red of this chili, but it looks so pretty.
And then finish it with your broth, some of your broth, and a squeeze of lime.
This broth looks so good too.
Yeah, you can see that color from here. It is gorgeous.
No meat in it at all. I mean, it looks like a beef broth. Okay, that looks great. And then lime.
Little squeeze of lime. Let's see it. You're in business. Yeah, that is great. That is beautiful. Yeah, we want to see you eat it. That's a nice bowl, too.
So pretty. It is a beautiful soup.
You don't just get to taste it, you get to eat the whole bowl soup.
Okay, the broth is really good. That's the part I like, with all the noodles and the mushroom. I'll grab some of these mushrooms. The mushrooms are so good. Very hard to eat slippery noodles on a camera, but I will try.
Standing up, no less.
Really good. I think my kids will love this.
Well, nice work, Anna Marie. Great job.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Total fun.
Very honored to have two chefs helping me in my kitchen. I've never had this experience before, and I just really enjoyed it. And you taught me so much about the induction, Nick, so thank you. Now,
You know, I'm just, like I said, just happy to be in front of the stove, and so happy that you're using it in your home and that you love it. And we're just going to continue teaching you all about it.
all right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a million. Take care.
You too.
I'm Mark Bittman, and for Signature Kitchen Suite, I want to thank all of you for joining us. I hope you had as much fun as we did. I want to thank Anna Marie, of course, also, and Nick for their great work. And we're doing this as a series. So if you want to see more, best place to follow us is at signaturekitchensuite.com. If you're looking for the recipe that we just cooked for vegetarian pho, you'll find it there or on my site, markbittman.com. And finally, if you want to see some of Anna Marie's great work, go to anthologyinteriors.com. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you again soon.